Alright, we're back. Or, we're here.
We're here.
Again.
We are back. Episode 146, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And after a week of Fred absence, except for the very end, where I magically swooped back in, we didn't just record that now.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not after a post shit piz.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, I feel okay. There was nobody at the door, but there's a dog walker. That's why the dog was barking.
Ah. Dog getting excited.
Yeah. Well, I have the windows open so we can look out there, so maybe we'll hear some noise throughout the rest of the hour.
Well, you know, the dogs like to investigate what's going on.
Yeah, I know. I think there's like mice inside like one of the corners in my house or something. Because Dean won't leave this corner alone. He's been staring at it since like all day yesterday and all day today. Just
My
like
dog-
honed in on like this one particular corner.
One of my dogs kept scratching at a carpet we have in the front entrance. And after like 2 hours of him doing this, I'm like, what the hell is he doing? And it turned out there was like a tiny piece of kibble that rolled under the bench next to it. And I'm like, for God's sake.
Yeah, Dean was sniffing at a tire yesterday, and like I lifted it up, and then a rat flew out.
Oh, that's more exciting than kibble.
Yeah, he likes them rats.
The lint rat?
The lint rat, the legendary lint rat. Fred, you didn't hear about the lint rat, right? Oh, of course you did.
No.
You weren't here last week.
No? What's going
Basically,
on?
what happened was there's lint from the dryer. It
Right.
fell on the floor, like in front of the back door, and my mom, she's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And then I like finished my breakfast and I saw it, and she was walking by and I picked it up and I go, "Ma, look, a dead rat!" And she started screaming and running around the house
Oh.
because I had a giant lint ball of lint in my hand. I said it was a dead rat, and she wouldn't compose herself to just look at it to see it was just a piece of lint, and so she's screaming, running around, hysterical.
Yeah, that tracks.
Second time I did it, she goes, "I almost screamed." Third time she didn't care. She's like, "Throw it away." I'm like, okay. So that's it with the lint rat. I don't think I told the listeners, but you can try that with one of your loved ones. Try lint rat. See what happens. Fred, try lint rat on your daughter. See what it says. She go, "Look at dead rat."
I should just be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, probably.
Try it. We gotta know these reactions here. You know, we had the tard meal thing. Now we have like the lint rat. We never got the tard meal. Send us your tard meals. We want that too.
Yeah, we're interested
And send
in
us some
seeing.
comments about your lint rat experience.
I mean, it's not a lint rat, but I was in the backyard today, went under one of the trees, and found a decapitated bird. So that was fun.
Lint rat
Yep.
versus decapitated bird.
Except mine's just a real decapitated bird.
Oh wow, that's gruesome. That's grisly.
It was. We have a lot of hawks in our area, and they just seem to take residence in our tree. And sometimes, like, we'll find like a pile of feathers at the bottom, and sometimes we'll hear fighting in the tree. But no, this time they just flat out dropped a decapitated bird in the backyard. Thanks, guys.
Oh man.
I'm
We got
just glad
doves living at my house. They like made a nest on my porch on one of the pillars.
I'm just glad I found it before the dogs did. Ugh.
And my dog doesn't really care about birds. He kind of ignores them.
That's a good thing.
Man, apparently there's gonna be 2 new albums from Arcanum. Like, one's gonna be released this year.
What if
Yeah.
they're really good?
Yeah, apparently
think,
it's their third phase.
They were saying that he was writing sporadically since 2016, I think.
Yeah.
So,
That's not that sporadically. That's 10 years already. Sporadically would be like a year or 2 albums.
Yeah.
well, they
It's like I'm writing sporadically. Got an album in 10 years.
dissolved
I
over
could have died in that 10 years.
what 2018. So, I mean, I don't know. They've gone silent for a while before. So,
Yeah, I saw a new mask. I don't know how I feel about that.
looks like a bunch of troll decks.
I thought it was like a tentacle face or something.
I like my approach better. Troll decks.
Troll dicks. Okay.
Or Tiny
Yeah, I don't
Wolf
know.
in Trunks.
Yeah. So this week nicknames, I couldn't think of anything, so I just put Gaii, which is like guy or gay guy, something like that. Um, Cannibal Horse. Hello, Cannibal Horse. You're supposed to go, hey, kind of like Mr. Ed or something, you know. A horse is a horse, of course, of course. And the Mass Mogger, interesting name. How'd you come up with that one?
Yeah.
Just in the death metal guy writing workshop, and they're just talking about like looks Maxine and stuff, and then I was like, the mass mogger.
The
Sounds
Mass
like
Mogger.
a school shooter, but he just mogs everybody.
What do they think about the looks maxing phenomenon?
It was just like a little bit about that shit. They just came up with like another nickname for themselves, and then I was like, okay, there's that one that I thought of.
Yeah, the easiest. There's a lot of different ways people looks max. One of the easiest is, or like one of the most simple is just like losing weight.
Yeah.
That's considered looks maxing. It's doing what you can to look better. That's like all it means. Just like whatever. Eat kosher. Looks maxing. There you go.
Well, this week Paul is on my time.
Yep.
Paul,
So
you're
he's
on
gonna-
9 o'clock time.
Yep. I'm over in New York for.
Hey, yeah,
some-
Paul's
some
walking
work.
here.
Yeah. I just had a box of pizza with me and was walking.
Paul's gonna learn what I go through every week.
What are you doing in New York?
Doing some training for work.
Oh, all right. That sounds pretty good.
Just jaywalking.
Yeah. So
How long are you there for?
Till Thursday.
Thursday. What do they have you doing?
I just have a whole new position, so I'm like shadowing someone who's already doing that, and then gonna be in some meetings with some head honchos during the week too. So they just
Ooh.
figured it'd be better to do that in person.
So they pay for the trip?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's pretty cool. So you get to take a nice trip and eat some pizza and look at the maybe you can go to the delicatessen. I don't know.
Yeah, some beautiful weather over here. It's in between the 40s and 50s right now. So
All right.
Do you get a nice hotel room at least?
I'm at the Hilton.
All right. All right. Could be worse.
Hilton's good. Hilton's good.
Yeah, I think there's a train track right here, so I might be having a rude awakening.
So wake up to.
Yeah.
Well, this train track's right behind my house. That happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the train and it does the horn too. It's like. I'll hear that shit real early sometimes. Not that big of a
Oh, you know,
deal.
we-
I honestly forget it's even there.
We live right next to an ambulance.
Ambulance hut.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I expected to hear ambulances day in, day out. I have never heard an ambulance before.
Yeah, they're
They-
usually like in like supermarket parking lots and shit, just waiting for the calls.
Yeah. No, they're really good about it. They just whenever they're called out on emergency, they go out, they start rolling, and they don't turn the siren off until they're far away from here. So I've never heard one, which is great.
Dan, do you remember that one time with your train tracks? We saw like some shopping cart on the side, and then we put it on top of the metal railings, and we had the two like stopping arms.
The arms that go down.
Yeah, coming down, and it was like we put that down, went to the liquor store or AMPM.
All the cars are waiting there, and there's no train.
Yeah, then we come back and like we move the cart, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like thank
Some
you."
lady's like, "Thank you, boys." She's like, "Hug me, brother." We used to do that all the time. When we were kids, somebody discovered if you like slide something metal on the train tracks, the arms will go down. Yeah, that's a trick. That's a trick you can do for people that are young enough. Older people I don't expect to be playing around on the train tracks. We used to play around on the train tracks all the time when I was a kid. I don't know about I don't know if there's any like high school age people that listen to this show. If there are, and you're still fucking around on the train tracks, try that. Get like a metal pole or like whatever's around. There's probably a piece of metal somewhere around the tracks. Just slide it across. The arms will go
Yeah.
down. Try that. It's another
Nice.
trick you can do. Reminds me of when Cobra said, "Here's a trick you can do with your beer," and he like shakes it up and he puts his finger over it and it like splashes all over the place. It's like, how is that a trick you can do with your beer? Oh man, I miss that guy. I think Styx Hex and Hammer is going the same route. I think I showed you that guy, Paul. Right? You had never heard of
He's
him.
like going pirate mode. After
Yeah,
divorce.
his teeth are all fucked up. What did you say, Paul?
So he's like after his divorce or something, right?
Yeah, he like had some kind of domestic abuse thing, and I don't even know. But yeah, he was like I think he was more like a libertarian type guy. He's been around for a long time. Everybody says he looks like Gretchen Grundler from Recess, the one with like long head and the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a look.
Yeah, that's a look. I remember he was on an old video of Jubs. Jubs like, he goes, "I see who you guys are listening to." It like shows him. It's like Ben Shapiro and like Jordan Peterson. He goes, "He listen to all these fucking wieners and dweebs and whatever." That was in the old days. That was a long time ago. When people cared about politics, everyone's over it now. Now everyone's just got like the dead-eyed stare. It's like when
Yeah,
I look into
for a
when
while.
I look into some of these people's eyes, I don't see Agartha. Even yesterday at Pollo Loco, I got a meal, got a combo, and lady gives me my food, and I'm like, I didn't get my drink, and she just stares at me for a second with these dead eyes, and then just hands me a drink. She doesn't say, "Oh, sorry about that," just like this soulless husk of a person. It's an empty vessel.
Useless.
Really makes me sick sometimes.
Yeah, no tip.
I'm not gonna tip anybody at the drive-thru anyway.
Yeah, that's
You get a
weird.
tip. You get a tip if you deliver. If I go to pick something up, you don't get a tip.
Yeah,
you did all the work.
It's so weird when
Exactly.
like at the airport I was at like Carl's Jr. and I was ordering through the screen
Yeah.
instead of with the person. And it's like, "Oh, do you want a tip?" I'm like, "What, the fucking robot, the the maintenance guy that does this fucking makes the screen operate?" It's like, no. Tip the clanker.
Tip the clanker.
Here, get
Oh,
some.
man.
You gotta get lubed up. Here you go.
You know, here's another tip. Since we went to the VFW on Saturday, tip your bartender. Tip him $1 per drink. That's the rule. I learned that from Gavin McInnes. Tip them $1 a drink. And they'll remember you, and it'll, when you can come back, and it's just better that way. And carry cash, carry a dollar, because when you write it like a tip on a fucking receipt, it's like, what are you supposed to do with that? You know what I mean? Just give them a fucking $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your Saturday experience, Paul? I kind of just went on my own time.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. Like, I was just kind of like when we got there, it was like right on time of all the bands I wanted to see,
Mm-hmm.
and Julian and I think Marco and Nando already saw Sophia Cottery, so they're just like standing in the back, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go up front. I never seen them, and then right on the side is like such a perfect place to see.
Oh, where we always stand over there on the side?
Yeah.
It really is. It's like the perfect spot. You can see everything.
Yeah, you got like the speaker right there, so you can hear.
You can hear the vocals. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got.
And for brutal death metal, that's like it's kind of rare.
Yeah, and it was just seeing that shit was just like crazy. It's like probably the closest thing you can get to like Last Days of Humanity speed on the drums there for Sophia Cottery.
How did they look? I didn't catch them.
Nah, they look more like
Like Crust Kids.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Yeah, and they started off like that.
It's all right.
and-
Paul's in it for the extremity.
Yeah, they're just great. Copped a shirt from them, and then
Sick little monkey.
after that, I think you came
I was
Sure
there hanging
did.
out with the kids while you were
Right at the
while you were
end of-
still in there.
right at the end of like Sick or something. I think you came.
Yeah. I saw Sick for like, I don't know, 3-4 minutes,
Yeah, they
something
were
like that.
fantastic too. They're playing some of their newer album. That was the CD release show for them,
Hmm.
and yeah, it's just like fucking molesting the decapitated, but more expansive on that sound, even more so than like Devourment did on their subsequent albums. And then the new one's great too. I could just say it's 6 songs though, so it's like kind of short, but
Hmm.
it's good to hear. Good to hear from them again, and then they played really well too. And I always see the guy with like dreads. That was the drummer for the band. I
Hmm.
always see him at shows, and it's cool to see that he was like part of that band, because I think Julian was telling me that they had that band since like high school for them, and I just see him around the scene a lot. And the first time I saw him was like he was doing all the samples for dripping at the show.
Oh, okay.
And after that it was Brodican, and they're fucking fantastic. Yeah, what'd you think of them?
Brodican, they really sounded like what would the word be? Like really accessible,
Yeah,
almost like I don't even know who a good example would be. Like everything sounds super clear with them, and it
Hmm.
sounds like they're almost attempting to be like a mainstream death metal band. What that at least that's what the riffs are doing, but the drums are kind of just blasting through everything, which is that was kind of the I don't know, that was the experience that I got from them.
I would not have associated Brodican with accessible.
They are, except for the drums. Like the riffs are. It's almost like kind of normal-ish, um, mainstream-ish. Like yeah, like accessible death metal. Like anybody can really get into that stuff. It's just
yeah, just the
it's not that it's
speed.
played at super speed. It's that the drums are just speedy. Like everything is sort of at a normal pace, except
Hmm.
for the drums.
Yeah, that shit was fucking great. I would say it was like a little weird when they were playing like the newer songs that had like an extra guitar layer over it, and
Oh yeah,
the
that did sound
the
weird.
speakers would just like blast the lead section over the actual instruments. So like that was like a little weird. They could have scaled that back.
Yeah, it was weird. I was like, "Where's that fucking sound coming from?"
Yeah, I was like looking at
Huh.
the guitarist, and
Because all of a
he's
sudden
just
it
hitting
like
chords.
it went black metal. Like it all of a sudden, I was like, "What the fuck is happening here?"
Yeah, and yeah, you can just hear like their thrash riffing when the newer songs. But what I really liked was like basically putting like a timestamp on where the songs are coming from. He's like, all right, we're gonna go back to Instruments of Torture. We're gonna jump ahead to Methods of Execution.
He's letting you know.
Yeah.
Paul, what did you think of their latest album, for Brodican?
I thought it was pretty good, but it's not as like how I know them to be, as like just like raw brutal death metal. It's like almost like a Hate Forest Iljarn take on that versus
Yeah, it
like.
kind of is. It's like an atmospheric experience
Hmm.
Hmm.
rather than like being able to single out every note. I feel like if you listen to that stuff, you can get a lot out of it. But I feel like it's better if you're listening closer rather than everything kind of being spoon fed to you, especially with a band like that.
Yeah, and like live, they came across more audible,
Yeah,
in
definitely. That's
the
that's kind of what I meant. Like you
like
could
in
actually hear what's going on. It wasn't like the records or anything.
Hmm.
yeah, like when you listen to the first two, you kind of just hear the snare going on, but for the live performance, you can hear him doing all these like little tricks with the cymbals and double bass and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool to have that see that beneath the veil. It's like more technical than it leads on to be, than just like straight blasturbation or something. But
Yeah.
it was cool, especially being so kind of monotonous in their sound, where it's just kind of like just blasty the whole way through. Like there's just certain sections that like really hit when they do change it up, like Infested with Worms. and shit like that from the first album. And from Festival of Death, like they had some songs coming up. I think like Flow of Maggots they played too. Um, that just like really broke it up. So it's like whenever they get out of that like blasty um, sound, it really hits. And they weren't boring for just being like a straight like blasty band. I was kind of um, a little wary of how that would translate live, but they're just like such a fucking great band. They're just so tight too. Like even along with playing with the samples and stuff, it must be like on a click or something for them. Oh, and then Regurgitation was just fucking amazing too.
I thought they were probably the most brutal of the night. Honestly,
Yeah, I think they
their sound
stole the
was
set.
way more impactful.
Yeah, I think they stole the set or stole the show, and it was funny. I had Julian like live commentary behind me. He would like tap me on the shoulder. He's like, "Oh my god, listen to this fucking pinch." He's like, "Oh, my favorite part," and he's like, and you like see him pick up his phone like a fucking proud dad, and like recording this shit.
Yeah, it's like when Angel, when we were at Pro Fanatica, he's like, they started doing a D beat. He goes, "I didn't like that." It's like, thank you for your commentary. I really needed that right now.
Yeah,
This was the Regurgitation that released Tales of Necrophilia.
yeah,
It's funny how that album kind of exploded in the last few years.
Yeah,
it
I
got
had never heard of
generally
it before.
ignored for the longest time.
Yeah, it's pretty much new to me up until the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, something like that.
yeah. The dog really did.
The dog helped it out. Yeah, I think he's friends with that main guy.
Yeah, because Hell's Headbangers reissued it, right?
Probably sounds about right.
But they ducked the dog, but not California, so that was cool.
Yeah. They did duck out of Dead by Dog Fest or whatever.
Yeah, but that was cool. It was like both of their first California shows, I think, Brodekin and Regurgitation.
Some of the one of the like stage banter for Regurgitation was funny. He's like, "Who here likes to eat pussy?"
He's
And he
like,
goes,
"Wait,
let
wait."
me finish." He's like, "Pussy with maggots in it."
He's all dead pussy.
Dead pussy. Kind of sounds like the World of T-shirts guy. It's like, I make more money than you, bitch.
Yeah, they're fantastic. I just wish that he would have brought some, because he runs but Brian runs Bladed Records. I wish he would have brought some stuff like from his label to sell, because the merch was kind of weak this time around. It's just like huge NSE table and then some band merch.
Is
Yeah.
it Bladed? Is it Bladed still around?
Yeah.
I thought they were like a late '90s, early 2000s thing, and then just
No, they're still. I just went on their website like last week. I was trying to see like, oh damn, like if he comes out with stuff, I wish he brings all these other things. Like I know he carries like cock and ball torture, like all those reissues and stuff.
Oh, okay, but I'm looking at their discography. I'm not completely out to lunch. They started in '97. Their last release was in 2002, and then they were at nothing for 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
must have just brought it back. So
because I have the Regurgitation album on that, and what was the other one? Reinfection. They Die for Nothing. That is a great album.
That's another dog classic.
That's a really good album.
yeah, so I was hoping that he would have some of that, but they didn't. And then I was able to from some Italian fellows like Morbid something. Got a cock and ball torture T-shirt there too, so that was cool. And then picked up the new 6 CD, split in two.
All right. Before we saw Brodekin, we ran into those kids. That kid who was like unveiling his flesh mangled flag.
The black.
And I was like, "Hey, I got that flag in my band room." I'm like, "Hey, look, that's the guy right there."
He's like, no way.
It's like, "No way, it's the guy."
He's so shocked.
Yeah.
You
And
got
then he's
the-
like, he like gave us beers.
Yeah, you got the fucking Batman signal with the flag, and then Julian Pierce.
Yep. You guys left, and I was like left alone with that one kid, that like black kid. He was like drunk, and he was like staring again. He's staring at me with these like dead eyes, and I'm like, he goes, "Here, take this beer." He goes, "I have OCD. I don't know what to do with it." I'm like, "Okay." I just put it on the ground. He's like, "Thank you." It's like, whoa, people are really out here just like not chill, huh?
Oh man, but I'll say it was a all age show, and you could just tell it was like, fuck, all these like 14-year-old kids and there, and as soon as we got there, there was like this one Filipino kid that was like, oh my god, Julian Gonzalez. And then and then he's like, bro, can you sign my CD? And he's like yelling at his friend. He's like, yo, give me a fucking pen. Yo. And he's just like wigger dancing like to fucking Brodican and shit.
Oh wow.
And then he's like yelling while regurgitation playing. He's like, play Infecting the Crips. It's like, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Back to the Crips.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why would they play that?
He's a fucking idiot.
Wrong band. Wrong band, guy.
Yeah. Yeah, they gotta.
He's a fucking idiot.
They gotta bring age limits back. But I mean, they probably made a killing on just all these, mom and dad money.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I remember when we were young and people were like fucking kids. And I don't know, I don't remember if I had any kind of feelings about it then. But now I'm just like, stupid fucking kids.
Yeah, like, do you know on the side, you know how they had like that pull-out table on the side of the stage?
No, didn't see that.
So there's two tables set up. One had like the sound mixing board on there, and then the other was just like, I think it just had extra stuff on there. And these like fucking like stick insect little kids would come up, and then they would think that the table was like part of the stage, and then they would just like fucking WWE like slam on that shit.
Okay.
They were like trying to step off the stage and like do a stage dive, and then they would just like step on the table and fall right on their backs.
These stick insect kids.
Yeah, and it was like, dude, their idea of stage diving is like to go do a little hop 180 to get into the front of the stage, and then they would like run through the crowd and then do it again.
What?
Yeah, it was like fucking retarded.
It's like, guys, this is why it's mandatory to like kind of go through a like thrash phase, because then because with thrash you kind of learn the objectives and the rules of like moshing, because like all the songs are about like moshing and going to shows anyways, so you kind of learn that. You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what I thought was so funny? There was like some kids trying to like hardcore dance to Brodican, and then like all these old heads like fucking fucked them up like all that. Yeah.
What'd they do?
They just like, as soon as they started doing that, they just like fucking pushed them and they like crushed them in the fucking pit.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, there's no place for hardcore at all. It's like, go to a hardcore show. This is brutal death metal. You're not allowed. This is not allowed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm not like an authority on brutal death metal, but you're going to any kind of like, if it's a metal show and you're doing hardcore dancing, everyone's gonna look at you like you're fucking like you shit your diaper, dude. They're gonna go, ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of just fucking embarrassing.
The brutal death metal shows are probably the most embarrassing.
Yeah.
Even worse than the black metal shows. Well, the black metal shows aren't that bad because there really aren't any like kids there. It's all these like old guys who just want to stand there and drink, which is honestly ideal. It's like fine,
right?
Yeah, just get your
like,
head banging.
It's fine. Yeah, or nodding, or just standing there. I don't care.
That's me.
At this point, I don't care. Oh, I don't know if you remember this, Paul. I mentioned this to you at the show. I think it was at the end of the Brodican set. There was like the set ended. There was nothing going on. And there was a girl in front of us, and like some guy like he went bitch, and he like pushed her, and then she like shoved his ass to the ground.
Oh yeah,
or, like shoved him back in. Like what was that?
I don't know, because like he just made his way.
That?
He made his way in like that corner that we're in. He's standing there during the like a little break between the songs, and then as soon as the song started, he's like bitch, and then they just like push him in the pit.
That was weird.
Yeah,
he like pushed some girl. He goes bitch. I like pushed her, and I think she pushed him back into the pit.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was weird.
Yeah, it was funny. And then there was like this old head that was like drunk out of his mind because he was just like had this phone. You know how you just have it like on camera mode and you can like see the button to like start recording?
Yes.
Like he just had his phone like that. and he's like, zooming in on the drummer and like,
Even though he wasn't recording
yeah,
anything.
yeah, it's just like it was like a live a magnifying glass or some shit.
A lot, yeah, it's like he's using his magnifying glass.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, and then he's like, wasn't recording, and then he started recording, and then the song ended. Yeah, it was funny.
Ugh.
And
Well, I also went to a show this week.
oh yeah, I
last
saw
night,
you
actually.
got that what was it, like carrion or something like that?
Cannons.
Cannons, yeah.
Cannons. Saw them. It was a co-headliner bill with Cannons first, and then Bob Moses, who I don't really know. And I was
Bob
talking about
Moses?
a couple songs. It's the name of the band, apparently.
It's an interesting name.
Yeah. And I mean, I like what I heard of them, but we didn't stick around. But Cannons were awesome. But the opening act is the one I want to talk to you about because it was fucking weird. So it's just a table with recording equipment on it and two guitars on each side. And this woman who has to be in her 20s maybe.
What artist is this?
She goes by the name Oxis, Oxis. And it starts with like on the back wall just a
I'm
projection.
getting like sardines when I look up Oxys.
Yeah,
That's well, we're gonna get to that.
it's the Princess of Marine Electronica.
Well, projected on the wall behind her when she was performing is a fish, and she has like a little fish-shaped water bottle, and pretty much every song she played was named after or about fish. And so she'd take her guitar, play something, and record it as she's playing it and loop it, and then just keep adding to the song and then sing over it. And like from what it was, it's actually pretty good. Like I was impressed with
It
how
says
it
this
came
person's from Los Angeles.
out. Possible.
I'm looking at the Bandcamp.
That makes sense actually, because I think Cannons are from Los Angeles too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so like she's playing songs. She's like, that was a song about a blue swordfish that I can't pronounce. This next song is called Catfish. And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Indie-tronica. Okay. I'm kind of getting the idea. Think Yes Man. Remember when Zoe Deschanel has that fucking band?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. No, it was fucking weird. Like I enjoyed it for what it was. I don't know if I could listen to
Think Freeze Pop. Guitar
hours of
Hero
it,
2.
but yeah, that was
yeah.
Interesting.
I've seen a performance like that. It was like some guy named Cosmic Sheldrake or Cosmo Sheldrake, and he would just like sample like field recordings and then just layer, and then eventually the song would come out, and then
Yeah.
he would perform it. So I think
Yep.
that was cool, like kind of building it live like that.
These are the
Yeah.
true indie artists.
Yeah.
yeah. No, it was actually pretty cool. But I mostly went for Cannons, and they were awesome because I love that band.
What did they play?
I
Yes,
guess
dude.
like synth pop sort of thing.
Yeah, from what I remember Fred telling me, it was like 80s style synth pop
Yeah.
or something.
Exactly. I can
Kinda
send you some
retro
tracks
thing.
after. You may or may not like it, but I really dig them.
I think he used it as an intro once. I'm not sure.
Maybe, I don't know. We've had a lot of intros over the over the years.
Crazy. Over the years.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while
Yeah.
somehow.
That was a good show at the VFW, dude. I left like I don't know. I started to feel a little woozy from the beer, so I probably got into like 5 songs of regurgitation. I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. And then Paul's like, you dipped? I'm like, I dipped.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful to just dip. I couldn't find the freeway. I just ended up at Rio Hondo. I'm like, oh, I know where I'm at. It's like a nice little drive. Didn't realize how close it actually was.
Yeah, it's we're like 12 minutes away. It's
Crazy.
I'd have loved to see regurgitation. That must have been a lot of fun.
yeah, it was awesome.
It was brutal.
Yeah. You guys pick up anything at the shows?
Paul got the cock and ball torture shirt
Yeah,
Oh,
cock
yeah.
and ball torture
and
shirt.
six CD. I didn't get anything.
And then I got a big CD haul from CDN this past week
Ooh.
too.
What'd you get from
I got a
CDN?
Jumpin' Jesus shirt, courtesy of Paul.
Yeah, he
Oh,
had
sick.
his draping over his beer like a butler towel.
Very good, sir.
I got Romper Prop, Gargle Comics, got Meat Shits, Fuck Frenzy, Cock and Ball Torture, Cocktails, Cock and Ball Torture, Chismo, and Cock and Ball Torture, Ego Leech, Libido Airbag, Scum Sculpture, and Libido Airbag, Baptized in Diarrhea, which is their two demos and then some B-sides.
Cool.
Nice.
Epic. Oh, I got
That
I got the Orphis CD.
Oh, yeah.
Got that from
You gonna upload that?
Discogs. Already did.
Oh, okay, cool.
You didn't see it?
No. And then,
Well, you saw it on my Instagram story.
I don't think I saw it on YouTube. I haven't been on there all day.
It's the one with the girl spreading her ass.
Oh.
That's what the cover is. And there's like flowers censoring the body parts.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then later this year, we just got the first announcement of who's going to be at Extermination Fest. And it's going to be Waking the Cadaver.
Paul's
don't know
excited.
Yeah.
They were like the OG MySpace deathcore band. Sort of before that was a thing, and they're like slam death metal adjacent. Who I don't know, some scenes kids like that stuff. It was kind of guys who were more on the death metal side who were like still kind of into deathcore. You know what I mean? But they like new death metal.
Yeah.
Would I like this?
I think so.
Yeah, you probably would.
Really?
Yeah, like the first album.
Yeah, you probably would because it's
any band whose name is a sentence always concerns me.
yeah, but again, like it came at a time when those bands were around, but slightly before, and this stuff is more death metal adjacent, anyways. Like it's more like brutal death metal adjacent. Like it's basically just brutal death metal with more like the breakdowns were a little bit more modern for the time,
And
but still quite good.
And super raw.
Yeah. It was. It's not accessible at all. Like deathcore bands are usually seen as like, oh, this is so overproduced and stuff like that. Waking the Cadaver was much more like a traditional brutal death metal band with the raw production and everything. So yeah, I think Fred would probably like that if he never heard it. Like we could send him the music video for what was that song called, Paul? The one with the video, Blood Splattered Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can send Fred that music video. We just got to remember.
Yeah, check it out. What's the harm?
Nothing. It's fun stuff. It's really primitive shit. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, you might start getting some neck aches when you start slamming to it.
Yeah, man.
Dude, I'm 42. I've already got neck aches.
Dude.
I got
Fred,
back
you like
aches.
Nictalgia, right? The DSBM band?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Julian barely fucking found that out.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's like that for us old heads, that was like mandatory when you're like 16 you hear that album.
Yeah.
And it was all over the place. Like, how do you not know that? It's like, bro, just uncovered a gem. I mean, you were looking at each other like,
It's like, yeah, we've already been polishing that gem.
yes, we know, sir.
You know, people don't really think much of it, but No Colors Records was actually really good for DSBM. Like between Nictalgia, Sturbend, fucking what's that? Wigrid, Nabliss were on there too. Like they were solid for DSBM. And
Wigrid is DSBM?
Abyssic Hate too.
I heard Wigrid not that long ago. They were okay. Oh, I Shall Become. That's sort of DSBM-ish, right?
Yeah, I could
kinda.
I could see that.
But No Color released that in like the late 2000s. I wonder if that's anything good. I've never heard the later stuff.
For what?
For I Shall Become.
Yeah, it's not bad. I didn't hear Louisiana Voodoo, so I can't tell you much about that one. I have Poison. That one's pretty cool. Even though the cover is absolute ass.
Am I thinking of the right band? Is I Shall Become? Do they have an album cover with like the sky and it had some birds on it?
Yeah, that's Wanderings.
That's Wanderings. Okay, there's an
Yeah,
alternative cover then. Got it, got it. I think that's honestly the only thing I've ever heard from this band. Was
that's
Wanderings.
probably true for a lot of people. That
Yeah,
album
that's
was pretty popular, and then I think people kind of ignored what happened after.
yes,
But
I definitely did.
In the falling snow was really cool too. But I think that that actually came before Wanderings, the
Fred, what can you
recording,
tell us
anyways.
about Joyless?
Joyless. I mean, obviously, a tangent to
That's an interesting album in EP. The cover,
Forgotten Woods.
"Blue in the
Which one?
Face," "Blue in the Face" by Joyless.
Oh yeah,
Have you
that's a
seen
weird
that, Paul?
cover.
Yeah.
I like that. That makes me want to listen.
Yeah, I mean, Unlimited Hate was pretty cool. It's again, if you like Forgotten Woods, then you'll probably dig that one. The one that I thought stood out a bit more was Wisdom and Arrogance, which was kind of a weird pop rock, I guess, sort of album with this girl singing. It was really weird.
Beautiful Babe.
I have no idea what she. Uh, maybe.
Julian really gets a kick out of that. Was she a beautiful babe?
Yeah, she's an angel.
Yeah, she was a real angel.
So no.
Who the fuck is Wood Temple? Oh wait, I've heard of these dicks.
They're Graveland Light.
Oh yeah, Graveland Light. Okay.
Like they sound exactly like Graveland. I'm pretty sure Darkin was involved in it too.
Okay.
To
Oh really?
some. Yeah, I don't know if he was like an official member at any point, but he definitely participated on the recording of some of the albums. Like Feel the Anger of the Wind, I have, and I think he does something on there. Yeah, engineering, mixing. So he's just like somewhere in there.
Okay. Yeah, it's all the popular black metal bands, and then plus that one Polish one I forget how to pronounce. It's Iu Venice. Iu Venice.
Yeah, they were awesome.
That's pretty good. That's like Bathory sound, right?
Bathory or like mid-era Graveland, yeah.
I'm not sure what I
Like,
heard. Oh, I heard When Heroes Will Rise. That's what I've heard
yeah,
from that band.
that one, Riddle of Steel, is really good. And the last EP they did, Triumph of the Will, was honestly, you could have told someone that was a recording from Graveland around the time of Creed of Iron or Memory and Destiny, and you would not tell the difference. Like, it's a perfect clone.
I wonder how many black metal albums or song titles there are with that Triumph of the Will as the title.
Well, I can at least think of a Brand Called album that has the same one. So,
I feel like I've heard that a lot of times.
I mean, not surprising for NS bands, right?
Paul, did you see that picture of Allison that Robert sent in the chat? She kind of looked like a donkey.
Yeah.
What a pivot.
And I know it reminded me of that song by that Italian guy Lou Monte. It was like some of these Italian guys had really like goofy songs in the '60s, or I assume it's the '60s. There was a song called Dominic the Donkey, and in the song he says it's Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey. I really like the full description there. The Italian Christmas donkey. I like that. I thought it was the same artist who did No Squeezer the Banana, but that was actually Lou Prima. Please don't squeeze the banana. That was a funny one.
Fuck.
You guys never heard the Squeeze the Banana song?
No, I can safely say I have not.
Oh, okay. I'll if I remember actually, I'm gonna use those as an intro and an outro for something one day. If we ever do something Italian, I'll use Dominic the Italian Christmas donkey, and No Squeeze of the Banana. If we ever do anything from Italy.
Well, I've been gone for 2 weeks, so I'm going
Yeah.
to tell you guys about my collection update.
Sick.
Strap
This is
in.
gonna be so sick.
Is it?
Yes.
We all know I have
yes.
terrible taste. So,
What? What are you talking
so some
Don't talk about my friend like that.
about? Don't talk about yourself like that, man.
some secondhand finds. Lair of the Witch by Moon Labyrinth.
Who?
Released Moon Labyrinth. It's an Australian guy and an American guy, and they're signed to the Dark Adversary, the guy that does Drowning in the Light. And
Layer of the
I mean,
Witch.
if you like Transylvanian Hunger, you'll probably like this. There's really nothing creative about it, but it's a good listen.
That's crazy.
Noenum compilation
Oh yeah, classic.
with a Pike Upon My Shoulder from Groll, which is from Newfoundland, Canada. Interesting. We have Return of the Vampiric Shadows from Vampire Lord. So I found that at a local used CD shop. Apparently that CD is limited to 25 copies. Who knew?
Oh shit.
I just thought it looked cool, so I picked it up. It was cheap, so why not? And it's not bad. Like, if you like Mutilation or Black Funeral, that sort of thing, yeah, you'll dig it. It's nothing super crazy, but
It's so funny that you're like, oh, these bands aren't that creative, and then you're the one to show us the Savage Grace Masters of Disguise like tribute band, kind of.
Yes.
It's like another band that sounds exactly like another band.
I am here to bring you no creativity at all.
That's the Fred specialty. It used to be First Wave Fred, now it's like worship band Fred.
This is clone Fred.
That's hilarious.
Let's see, we've got Horna Hengen Tullet, their 2015 album. Inquisition's live album, Demonic Ritual and Holy Blackness. Okay, Italian band, Abor. You guys know these guys? Niquaquam Vacuum, Beginning of the Great Opera. They're demos. These guys are
Take a
awesome.
look. Abor.
Italian band. Yeah, ABHOR. Italian bands are great. I don't know why they sound so like ritualistic and occult. But these
Which
guys-
album again?
The 2000 compilation,
Okay.
which has both of their demos on it.
No, I don't. It was released by Iron, or they're on Iron Bonehead now, with their album Sex.
Oh, yeah,
Sex. That looks familiar. This album cover. So I think I might have just maybe seen this band.
Yeah, you've
Through
probably
Iron
seen
Bonehead.
them.
Yeah.
The album that starts with Ab Luna, that one is the one that put me onto them because it was
Bob
released
Abalumba.
on Moribund Records. So that pretty good.
Was a quote from Fat Albert the movie. Continue.
What else we got? Wildekraft from Odal.
Uh-huh.
Blasphemic Offering from Decade, a 2 CD compilation with like 45 fucking songs on it. Crépuscule de l'Espérance from Akitsa. The
Akita.
Wojnar demo, Kiedi Duke, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna pronounce any of that.
Wolfnar?
Yeah, W.
Do I know that band? The name sounds. Oh, this band. Yeah, the kind of
Dungeon
Synth-ish.
Synthish black metal.
Yeah, this is pretty good. What did you get from them?
The third demo, Kiedi Duke, whatever.
Ah, that's the good one. That's the one where he looks really cool.
You know what? For me, the really good one is I think it's second, maybe third album, Epos, whatever the rest is.
That's the third album.
really,
I've never
really
heard
like
that one.
Oh, it's worth listening to. It's great.
All right, all right. Going on the list. Going in the bucket.
And last night, I picked up the new album from Cannons on CD and LP.
No
Everything
way.
Glows.
Sweet.
That will interest probably nobody that listens to this podcast, but I really like it, so fuck y'all.
So, I think anything music related is interesting to these schlubs.
Maybe.
You guys want to go into some comments that I haven't responded to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't get notified
I-
when there's new comments, which is unfortunate. I'd love to.
I just feel like I just feel like lately with the comments that we've gotten, they're good comments, but there's not much for me to add on to, so I kind of just press the like button or the
Acknowledge
love
them,
button.
yeah.
Because when you're the admin, you get to press the little heart. So somebody says floating cadaver still holds up as one of the most brutal things I've heard in regards to the wormed video that we did this year. We got a comment on the German band that Paul uploaded, Abrogation. Remember that? Handwork de todes?
Yeah.
Okay, if I translate this comment into English, it says, how awesome. Haven't heard anything like this in 100 years.
Dude is old AF.
Somebody on the... I forget the name of this band. Is it Fermenting Innards. I was about to say Festering Innards. I couldn't remember the name of that band.
That's a while back.
Yeah, somebody says, amazing album. Glad to see it finally got a reissue.
Oh, it did? Cool.
Got a comment from Carcinosi. It says, amazing episode. You really went into the songs deeply. We enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much for the attention and respect you gave to our material.
That was, what's his name? Tiago, was it?
Yeah.
Tiago.
Yeah.
Tiago.
Yeah, seems like a cool guy.
Yes, cool guy indeed. Chain of Webs comments on the pig pick episode, and I believe he's giving his suggestion for a pig pick. It says, winds saturate with inhuman longing, misanthropical rain, pain forest.
Yes.
It's an interesting
Yes.
name for a band.
They're fucking great.
No, they're good. That name is always, because it's almost like tropical rainforest, but it's misanthropical pain forest.
That's the
Is
joke.
that clever, or is that? Oh, Fred says yes. Okay, that's it.
It's
Fred's
stupid and
BLN.
clever at the same time. Like this is the guy that was behind Tester Rage. So I mean, that tells you everything you need to know.
Tester Rage. Okay, yeah. Dirt Master and Friends, right?
Dirt Master, I don't think was involved.
Or his
in,
friends. So it's somebody that
Yeah.
has something to do with something.
He was in Legacies Unchained. I think that
That had the
Dirt
master.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody says Croc, Croc 2 horns. The Carcinosi episode. Shannon says, "Good work, brother Paul."
Brother Paul.
That one death metal band with the fetus on it. I forget what it's called. What is it called? The one you
Gruesome
just uploaded.
Malady?
Paul. Yeah, Gruesome Malady. Death
Staring at it
metal
right now, so.
shitposting says one of the most out there bands of all time.
All time.
Indian gore grind.
Indian gore grind. Somebody
don't know a ton
says
of
best
Indian bands, but
podcast
they're great.
ever. Somebody says
Wait, you can't just go over that.
Was that one of us?
What do you say? No.
he just said best podcast ever. He said with period. Best podcast ever. Said that on the piglet pick. Somebody likes skate. Somebody says oink oink. I think we've caught up on most of these. Yeah, there were just a few wanted to go through.
Very nice.
I don't
Very
have
nice.
anything written down. I guess it's getting about that time. If anybody has anything else to add, then we can do that.
It is indeed about that time.
All
right.
Let's see. Just finished.
There you go.
Reading a book.
Oh, Star Trek talk too.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to start it off with that,
Yeah, come on,
Oh, yeah.
Paul.
but yeah.
It's all right. We got like 15 minutes.
The book. Simulacron 3. Apparently, it's what inspired the movie The 13th Floor. Fred, have you heard of that?
Yes.
It's like
Haven't
supposed to be
seen it,
the
but yes.
Matrix movie where you're just like in a simulation within a simulation. And yeah, that book was like really, really good. It was like a kind of cat and mouse chase with a bunch of conspiracy talk and it almost felt like a more down to earth like Philip K. Dick book, where his stuff's like more like out there and grandiose, and this one seemed a little bit more grounded and almost mystery detective like, and yeah, it makes me want to watch the movie, so I'll watch that by next time. And then Star Trek, I watched the fourth one, pretty good. So far, I'm halfway through the fifth movie, which is coming out to be my favorite one. It's pretty funny with Spock doing the Vulcan pinch on a horse and
Mm.
The
and
fifth is so bizarre.
yeah, what's that guy's name? It's like
Cybok?
yeah, Cybok. It's like they go into like he's like, oh, he's I could kill him. He's my half brother, and then William Shatner or fucking Kirk is just he's like trying to wrap his head around it. He's like, he's your brother, but he's not. He's like, yes, Cyrax was Cyrax and some Vulcan princess's kid.
You know, I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek Discovery, but I will say this: everyone freaking out that the main character, Michael Burnham, was Spock's half or adopted sister, saying, "But Spock never brought her up." Spock never spoke about his family. Like
No.
when, like in the original series, remember when Sarah came on board? Spock, like Kirk's like, "This is your father."
Spock identifies with the Vulcan half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
and it's
like-
like he never mentioned his father, never mentioned Cybok. Why would he mention Michael Burnham?
Yeah,
So-
whenever Bones is like, he's like, oh, you're such a Vulcan. He's like, thank you. Dude, fucking Bones in this one's like so unhinged. He's like, it seems like he never got sober from when they were like on their land leave
Yes.
or shore leave.
Yep.
He's just like, he's like, I missed you when you were dead or before you died.
That, you know, that's the thing. Like the plot of 5 is pretty weak, but the characters' interaction are fantastic. Like it's one of the best for that. Just seeing the characters like interact and just do things together, it's one of the best.
That shit was hilarious. Like fucking Kirk is like rock climbing, and then Spock just like flips around and like catches him and shit. He's like on
With the boots.
his jet boots. Yeah.
It's so weird. Oh, but wait, like just to wait till like they pass the Great Barrier and meet God. Like it's just unhinged. And if you can find it, like read the story of what was supposed to happen, because they had to cut back a lot of what Shatner wanted the ending to be because of the budget. What you get is pretty unhinged, but when you read what it was supposed to be, it's even more unhinged, and you're like, who? What was he on when he? Anyways,
Yeah, because
yeah, it's an interesting one.
like my criticism on 4, it's great, but in original series, I didn't like when they would go back in time and be in modern time, and it's like I'm watching sci-fi shit to like be in some like fictional future, not go back in time and change the past to fucking somehow kind of affect the future or whatever. But like this one's like totally just like in the future, and that's kind of what I go for to sci-fi for, just like all this stuff that hasn't been explored versus like in the past. It's like but it's like a good movie in its own right, but that's not what I'm watching sci-fi for. It's more of what this movie is so far.
You know what, Bill? I'm going to counter your point about Star Trek 4. I agree that the episodes in the original series, when they went back in time, tend to be my least favorites. But for Star Trek 4 and the movies in general, I was much more on board with it. And the reason being, what I find works the best about Star Trek's 2 through 6 is how the characters play off of each other. And they do that really well in both 4 and 5. So I think that them going back in time isn't the most original sci-fi plot, not really, but I really watch it more to see like Kirk and Spock doing their thing, and like the scene with Scotty and McCoy in the plastics factory, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Just use the keyboard.
Yeah.
How quaint.
He's all computer. Computer.
Yeah, go computer.
Yeah. No, yeah, because I think they really get into
Is that
like
why they got the Dexter voice? Like Dexter's Lab? That's what that sounded like when you did that.
Well, I was just trying to do a Scottish accent. But
Maybe that's why they gave Dexter that accent. Computer.
But yeah, I definitely like. It seems like in the movies, it's like you already have their established kind of character tropes, and then just seeing that kind of magnified in these movies is just great.
Mhm.
Like they're now it's coming across like a full like arc and plot rather than like a long episode or something.
I'm very eager to see what you're going to think about Star Trek 6 because that is still my. Oh, it's toss up between 6 and 1, but yeah, it's I think Star Trek 1 is the best sci-fi movie for Star Trek, and I think Star Trek 6 is the best movie, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
It's less about. It's much more of a political thriller than anything, but it's really really
Yeah,
well
it's
done.
like more like Klingon politics and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah. And the dinner scene of the Klingons coming aboard the Enterprise is just one for the books.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to it this trip. I got some flights and stuff, so
Yeah, do it.
I'll watch them. But yeah, anything else or break time?
We can go to break.
You're good for break. Yep.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Just got back from tending to the pigs.
America first, pigs first.
Yep. And Fred got his meal going.
Yeah, me
I
too.
did.
What?
All right, Fred.
I
What
was chewing too hard, started crumbling all over the place.
do we got any things? What's it called?
Yeah,
Before.
movie wreck. Bruce Willis, 1988, Breakfast of Champions, 7 out of 10. Pretty good.
Huh.
Weird, it's funny. Nick Nolte's like a tranny. Back when that was funny. It's not funny anymore. Joke's over. Butthole. Cool World, Brad Pitt. I don't know what year that came out. 92 maybe. That gets a 5 out of 10. It was entertaining, but generally just kind of stupid. But it's fine.
Said more sexualized than Roger Rabbit.
The whole concept is like, if you're a human, don't fuck the cartoon characters, or else the like universal get fucked up.
Doesn't
Yeah,
sound
fair.
like a cool world to me.
Yeah. Can't get with your 2D waifus. The fuck. I thought 2D waifus couldn't get pregnant. What's up with that?
Yeah, they go sideways. They're paper thin.
Yeah, it's like horrible concept for a movie. 0 out of 10. Can't bang the cartoon.
Come on, guy.
Yeah.
10
After
out of
this, I'm
10.
gonna
10
I'm
out
gonna
of
get
10.
back to Pokemon Sapphire.
Oh yeah, you
Nice.
beat what's
I
it?
beat Drill Dozer. It was it's screaming at my fucking. That's a game, another Game Freak game.
What Vince
Like one of the
call
last
it?
ones.
Drillbit Taylor.
Drillbit Taylor, yeah, Drillbit Taylor. That was a good movie. That was a good coming of age story. I saw that in the theaters. It was fucking epic. You ever see that movie, Fred? Drillbit Taylor.
No,
That
I
movie
know
gets
of it.
a. What's that?
I know of it.
Oh, you
That's
know
with,
of
Owen Wilson, right?
I forgot Owen Wilson's also in Breakfast of Champions. He plays like a talk show host, like for a minute on a little background section. 1988, no less. Imagine that. God, I feel like I got so far in Pokemon already. I don't know if it's just me. You guys have played Pokemon before, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but
course.
like, is it hard to fucking level up your other Pokemon rather than your main one? I feel like my main one's just like overpowered, and then the other ones, it's hard to fucking
Yeah.
get them anywhere.
What you got to do before you get the XP share is put whoever you want to level up first, draw them back on the first turn, and then.
No,
bring
I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So I turned my fucking Magikarp into a Gyarados, and he still sucks.
Yeah, so you just
'Cause I
gotta.
always wanted a Gyarados.
do that, but eventually you'll find XP share, and then that'll
What's
help out.
XP share?
So whenever just your main Pokemon kills another one,
You'll both get the experience points. Is that what you mean?
the whole team will.
Oh, wait, how do you get that?
It's just an item you pick up. I forget.
It just happens.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's like the running shoes.
The running shoes. That happens right at the beginning, though. The damn running shoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
or the bike. The bike, I guess.
I could do without the bike. I don't need a bike. I already got running shoes.
No, the bike's sick.
The bike's sick, huh?
Yeah.
I think I've already got like 7 hours into the game. I just started playing it yesterday.
Yeah, it's a pretty long game, especially if
Is it?
if you don't know, like if you're just playing through it like very like without knowing where to go and what to do.
I'm kind of moving forward pretty good. I just got the 4th gym badge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like there's just like a lot of huge areas and backtracking, like when you're able to get like cut and a couple of like the other HMs like
yeah, I got
surf and
the
shit.
I got that. I haven't got surf, but I figured it out. I'm having fun.
Yeah, that one.
It's a little bit difficult, but at the same time, sometimes I'm too overpowered, and then other times I'm like, man, I lost. Really? It's crazy.
Yeah, if your main Pokemon dies and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and then you just have these like pieces of shit that can't do anything.
Yeah.
Because you know what I wanted to? I wanted a Tentacruel, but I just have a shitty Tentacool.
Oh yeah.
And then, well, I leave them at the fucking daycare, the Pokemon daycare.
Oh yeah. So
They
you
level up that way.
So you're going water mode, water team.
So far I did get a Grimer or Muck or whatever that little blob is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I went a while. I'm like, I don't want this Pokemon. I don't want this. But I always wanted a Tentacruel and a Gyarados and a Muck or Grimer. I don't know which one's the evolution.
Yeah, you got some fucking Team Rocket ass Pokemon.
Is that what? Oh, and I got the Mud Skipper or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one's fucking evolved to like the 3rd evolution. That one's fucking everybody up. I'm like level 40.
Yeah, those that's where the Pokemon were actually still cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'm enjoying myself.
Wish I was in a cool world with some Pokemon. No, just kidding.
Did you ever see that video? You know the Pokemon Lopunny? It's like a bunny that looks like a chick, kind of.
Oh yeah.
There was a video. It was like an animated thing. It was Batman and the Joker like gets the Pokemon, and he has Batman tied up, like about to watch what's gonna happen. And he's like, you can't do this. He's like, it's an animal. He goes, there's no laws against the Pokemon, Batman. He's about to bang the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Did you see that video? It's funny.
Yeah.
That shit's hilarious. He goes, he's like, I got a low punny, Batman. He goes, no, it's like an animal, Joker. Kind of funny.
Yeah, all you had before that was what fucking I want to say Jinx or some shit.
Oh yeah, well that's a dude. That's basically just a dude.
Yeah.
It's like I want to bang Jinx. Like your friends look at you like, what the fuck did you just say? That beautiful babe.
Or some people even like the more humanoid like fighting Pokemon
Mr. Mime
from first gen.
The like muscly guys.
Yeah, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Some gay shit. One of them was a chick, I think, right?
Yeah, Hitmonchan.
Why would you want to bang a Pokemon? Like who thought of something? Who would ever think of something like that? Besides the Batman and Joker thing, I never seen. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. Crazy
Because if
stuff.
it exists, someone is going to think of banging it.
Right, Rule 34. I remember.
Don't worry, piggies, we won't bang you.
Bang the pigs. Animal fuckers. They're from Super Troopers. He's like, bear fucker.
Alright, now we got all that BCL
We got all that
the way.
funny, hilarious fucking Pokemon talk out of the way. Yeah, Fred can do some shit and we'll say something or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we can do shit and say things.
Yeah. So what do we got, dude? What's the freaking what's the haps?
Our album du jour is Necrosis
Right?
with Acta Sanctorum from 1995.
Right?
Although I will admit, I'm not sure what year it was actually recorded in. Because
It was. It doesn't say.
this doesn't know. I'm looking at it
Whatever.
right now.
1995. Okay, that's a right in the heart of the 90s.
It is, but this band was around in the late 80s with a demo
Oh
in
yeah.
89 and then one in 92.
I never heard the demo, dude. I didn't think to listen to it.
No, I haven't heard either, actually.
Oh wow.
But
Somebody keeps pressing a button. Enough with the
what?
button pressing.
Oh,
Go ahead, Fred.
do
Continue.
you get something when I push the mute button?
Yeah.
I mean, I just hear the click.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that. It always distracts me. I'm sorry.
No, I just use the one on the screen. Anyways, sorry,
Mm-hmm,
getting back to this. So, the guy behind this, Antar
Beautiful
Lee
guy.
Coates, went on to Diabolic,
Oh right.
and he is the drummer that gives this album its fairly unique sound.
Oh, and he's in the classic death metal band Ex Mortis.
Yeah,
I like Ex Mortis.
and Horror of Horrors.
Oh, and
who
Horror of
are-
Horrors. He's in a band called Blastmasters. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting name. These guys look kind of cool for dudes in their 30s. This album looks really stupid. Twisted Metal by Blastmasters, 2008. Could that possibly be good? Who knows?
Could definitely be interesting.
Either way, keep us rolling, Freddy.
Wow, the logo is like total Blade Runner. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. Some weird stuff.
Oh, and it's on Deathgasm. Interesting.
Oh man, this guy
Anyways.
was in Malevolent Creation and Promethean Horde. Huh. A modern death
there's
metal
some-
act if I've ever seen it myself.
There are some connections to this band, but
Yeah, that's crazy.
so a bit of backstory on how I found this album. When I was in, I think it was Quebec City. Might have been Ottawa, but I think it was Quebec City.
Right?
I found a secondhand CD store. Was slipping around in there, and I remember finding the Necrosis compilation that I was super stoked about, and the first Capharnaum album, Reality Only Fantasized, and that was pretty cool. So I picked that up, and I found this Necrosis album, and I remember thinking it looked pretty cool, but I didn't have enough cash to get everything that I wanted to get there, so I left this one behind. And when I got home after a while, I downloaded it, checked it out, thought it was really cool, and dug it for quite a long time. Never actually got a copy of it though until about 3 years ago. And it's a pretty short album. It's
Album art's
Only
kind of
30
scary.
yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Like a weird pastiche of different like holy figures, emaciated ones.
Yeah, and then you got these like scary looking that bug on the wall.
yeah.
Ugh.
No, it's weird.
Hate bugs.
But in terms of actual music on this, the first thing you notice is the drumming. Well, I was talking to Paul earlier. He thought it was a drum machine, and it's not. But it has a very, very mechanical sound to it, and it gives the album a weird kind of industrial vibe. Musically, to go very broad. First, I had looked up on Metal Archives what they commented there in terms of similar artists. Deicide and Solstice. Okay, I don't see either one. I mean, Deicide maybe the layered vocals at times, but that's about it.
What? Guitar's total deicide.
Guitar's
Guitar's
so?
total deicide.
Because that struck me as more like a cross between Morbid Angel and like Baphomet.
I was hearing like industrial Morbid Angel.
And like and the chunkiness of Baphomet and Banished.
Yeah, with
Which
like
is,
all the chuggy riffs and shit.
Yeah, which is very, very New York. So that kind of works with them. But like interesting songwriting. Some of the lead or solo work reminds me of I guess death for
Lederhosen.
I guess death for some of those, but it's I don't know, like in the landscape of American death metal, even if you pull it back to when they were from in '89, Acta Sanctorum, I find is pretty a unique mix of things, and it's not just pulling their influences, but the sound that they got on the album. And again, I think that's mostly due to the drumming. Kind of made this a bit stand out a fair bit for me in American death metal, and I kind of put it out there with like Demented Ted and the other like
Sure.
weird kind of like peripheral death metal albums that are good and old, but no one really talks about that much.
And they're also like one of your another Fred staple, the pure death metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although, like, I don't know if I'd go there because the drumming is so attention grabbing. It doesn't feel.
It's super death metal.
Yeah, maybe because it's
Could
not
be.
boring death metal. 'Cause
1995.
It doesn't like.
Wags finger.
Like it's not boring because the drumming is too it stands out too much. It's got something interesting about it. So I don't know. Either way, an album that I've enjoyed for a long time and happy to actually own a copy, but it never gets talked about. I don't know why. I really like it, but yeah. What do you guys think?
I like it. I don't have a whole lot to say right now. Mostly what I thought was Deicide. There was some interesting songwriting here. If I remember correctly, I think I want to go with song 4 because that had a lot of cool parts in it. And the song before that, Vacant Diocese, that had some cool shit in it too.
Oh yeah.
Before I let Paul get in, I want Paul to think about something for a second. Paul, do you remember a Florida melodic death metal band that's kind of brutal, a little bit modern, that you showed us recently? It was like the Penance of something or something.
Yeah, the Steve Ashine band.
Yeah, what the fuck was the name of that?
Let me
Who
see.
the fuck is Steve Ashine? That name sounds familiar.
From Deicide.
Oh.
Forget what the band's called.
Steve
Oh,
Ashine.
the Council of the Fallen.
I think it is Council of the Fallen. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. I just wanted to remember that because I remembered it was badass and you guys were talking about something and it reminded me of this. Okay. All right, Paul. You can go ahead. What do you think of freaking Necrosis?
Oh, I think that shit was sick. I thought it
Pretty
was
sick.
I thought it was like some drum machine shit, but maybe playing on electronic kit because the cymbals sound very sampled, and then just the amount of like chug that they have. It's not necessarily like groovy in like a rock way, but more industrial, and then plus having some like lurching morbid angel-esque riffs and even some kind of vocal layering that reminded me of some of the later morbid angel stuff too, where it sounds like they're almost like underwater or something.
Oh,
Yeah, and like doing more like the clean vocals.
you like
too.
those matzo chips with the fucking like Jewish grandma? Eat something. You look skinny. I see that Paul liked that picture right now.
But yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
joking.
I thought it was really good though. But again, I'll probably have to listen
Yeah,
to it.
we need some re-upping here, but yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah, and I for sure am
I ain't
not
gonna bitch about it.
not heard about anyone talking about it besides Fred when he shared it a long while ago, because it just
Fred's a true death metal head.
definitely remembered that album art too. Kind of reminds me of like Cult of Death a bit.
Kind of reminds me of Stigma. Stigma. From wherever the fuck they were from.
But yeah, Fred, do you have any tracks you want to get into particularly besides the fourth one that Dan wants to do?
My go-to to start would have been Vacant Diocese. Track 3, I think.
Yeah, that one's good too. That's a good one to start with.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into that one, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back.
That was a Vacant Diocese. See, that one to me just screams Morbid Angel, basically front to back.
Yeah, I was hearing a little bit of Deicide and like the faster riffs, but definitely the slower ones and just the type of vocal patterns over those slow riffs. It's just like straight up Deicide to me. But with
it was
that,
a little more staggered than Morbid Angel ever was.
Yeah, and I love the like really high note sections. I think like the second riff is like that shit.
It got really weird. It got into a point where like nobody would ever do that. I said it sounds like you're drunk playing this.
Yeah, and dude, just like I think in the later half of the song, it's like they have these like super fucking sick palm muted chugs.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, and the riffs go on for like so much longer than you'd expect. It's like it's just almost like labyrinthian just within the components of it, because it doesn't seem like there was much like callbacks to riffs played before. It seems like it was just some sort of like linear thing going along.
Yeah, it was a long staggered song.
Yeah,
it was like well, at points it had the industrial feel to it too, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I can't get over the drum sound on here. Even like the snare roll sounds so mechanical.
This is really cool. I love coming back to like 90s stuff that I never heard. Not coming back to it, but just hearing it for the first time.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah, I'm hearing this for the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know what they were doing with the drum sound. It's so weird. Like you don't really hear this kind of drum sound in any other American death metal that I can really think of. Like I'm like maybe Soul Grind, they're Finnish, but they kind of had an industrial vibe with the guitars too. It wasn't just the drumming on them. So I don't know.
Later Morgoth, Odium. That was like
Maybe
that was like I think they called that industrial death metal, but it really kind of had just like tiny little hints of like keyboard tricks here and there. Like it could have been hidden. You could have not called it that, but you know, it kind of has
revisited.
that vibe to it a little bit, where it's very subtly industrial death metal, if you could even call it that.
I revisited Odium from Morgoth in the last couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. Not gonna lie.
There's
the
there's
it's
some
the
good songs.
vocals.
There's a few songs on there that I like a lot. I won't say I'm a huge fan of the entire album, but it, I would say it's about 6.5, which isn't bad.
And I'll say like it seems like this has like two sort of feelings to it. It's like this very clinical, mechanical side to it, but also kind of like horror-esque with not necessarily having like horror leads and stuff, but just like a really eerie atmosphere with like those high guitars, and it's like a interesting contrast to have that there in between these like really sterile chugs and shit going
Yeah.
on.
Higher notes are actually scarier than deep death metal.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's something the kids can learn from. Because everybody wants to stay way down there. You kind of want to move up a bit. You get a little bit more. You get a little bit more out of it, I think.
It has more suspense and more attention to it, right?
Not only that, it also has. I don't know. It just makes it more dynamic when you do stuff like that. Like this song, even though it was this kind of slower piece, it still felt like it had a lot to it, as far as like you know what it's like dynamically, I guess.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't consider like I can kind of see it where you said that it's kind of like super death metal, but I feel like it's leaning more into like brutal death metal, like how Fred said, with it kind of reminding him of like Baphomet. It's like more that early,
Yeah, where they kind of
proto.
discover chugging, and it's like a band like Baphomet. Like I wouldn't say they overdid it, but they definitely used it a lot.
Yeah,
Like they grooved a lot. Like that's just where death metal went. This is pretty groovy. I get that.
I
I don't
don't.
think Vacant Dice is the track that showcases that more Baphomet kind of sound the most from the album. I forget which one it was. It might have been the next one we're gonna do,
Okay.
or it might have been the first track. In any case, it's the that first track. I think what sticks out to me is, and I'm harping on this again, but the drums. Because if I remember correctly, this kind of just starts with like the drums is the first thing you hear on the album, and it's such a bizarre take on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot it started off really weird with this like acoustic guitar going like it's like I forgot that it started off really weird.
I think it's just the bass, right? But then
Something sounded fucking bizarre.
yeah, but then it kicks into that riff that turns into like a really choppy section that gives it a strong industrial vibe with the drumming as it is. So that kind of sets a tone for the album. I think calling the album industrial death metal is going a bit too far.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It
but
just
then-
has that. It has that element in it.
But I think
Yeah.
what really makes this stand out as well is like a lot of their uses of effects and like post production. Like right at the beginning too, it's just like it sounds like some weird like phaser or something.
Yeah, it was really bizarre sounding. I didn't know what the fuck that was.
Yeah, and then it sounds like
Cool
the
experiment,
vocals
though.
vocals have some things going on, and then the guitar riffs have it sounds like just phasers going over it too, because it's like just makes it really sound like off-putting, but in like a really cool way. It's just like so heavy, but with this effect over it, makes it sound really strange. And I can kind of hear like deicide-ish, like thrash in a lot of their like connecting tissue between those parts of being really eerie and really mechanical, which is cool because it's still almost like organic, like a haunted machine or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
experimental and it makes it feel like a full album when the production is as good as this is, or like Deicide is. I kind
Yeah,
of get what you mean.
yeah, I think it's definitely
Or like Demented Ted is like that too, where it's like everything's so well put together, where you can tell it's not like super raw or anything, but all the experimentation is still there within
Yeah.
with like how the parts sort of go into each other.
yeah,
I
for
think
sure
these guys might
unique.
be less technical, but it also does remind me a bit of Oppressor, Soul System of Oppression.
Okay,
Hmm.
That was
yeah,
a
with,
really cool album too.
yeah, they get technical with like their chugs and shit.
Yeah. That
I don't
also
know if
has
it's like
very
reductive
flat,
to
like
call old like this style of death metal like technical death metal or not. I feel like a lot of these bands from this era like are technical. Just as a death metal band, there doesn't really need to be like
Yeah,
that genre tag on
death
it for the
metal's
most
yeah.
part.
just technical.
Technical death metal is kind of a thing on its own, you know. But
It is
this I
now, right?
wouldn't. I feel like it did probably did back then. Maybe people didn't call it that, but
I think it was more of a descriptive rather than an actual genre back then.
I feel
Like,
like now it's definitely you can categorize them into genres, but it
yeah,
works here as a descriptor. Like I would say that.
yeah, exactly. And you could have called fucking Oppressor that, and there are parts of
Sure,
this I
sure.
think you could reasonably describe this as technical too, but I don't think you would,
It's
in
not
today's
needed. Like
terms,
death
anyways,
death
call
metal
it
is
technical death
is
metal.
uh, is kind of show offy, anyways. Like that's kind of what it is. It's
Yeah,
like
but
badass riffs.
I don't think it comes off as like wanky at all though.
No, not wanky, but definitely showing you what they can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, not wanky at all. Like for the most part, the '90s stuff just didn't sound like that. All of it was like riff based. I don't exactly know when when that like new death or actual tech death scene in the like say the late '90s, early 2000s. A lot of that stuff can be considered like fucking guitar wankery, where it's like this isn't a riff. This is just kind of this is lame. Where it's like I understand why people don't like some of the later stuff, like Nile adjacent shit.
yeah.
Mm.
Hmm.
Well, let's
Yeah,
get
I have
into another track.
a surprise soft spot for Nile though. I
I
never thought
like
I'd be
Nile.
much of a I never thought I'd be much of a fan, but I picked up a few of them, and yeah, I think the one that surprised me the most that I like is "Those Whom the Gods Detest." That one, I don't know. On paper, I feel like it wouldn't be a huge thing for me, but that one's probably one of my favorites.
I liked Nile in the beginning, and then I tried to be a Nile denier, and then I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, the Nile isn't just a river in Egypt.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is.
So what do you think
Either
of the
way,
newer ones like Underworld and Neurotic Rites?
Annihilation of the Wicked. And that
But
first album's
do you
great
like
too.
any of the newest ones or?
Oh man, I don't know that I've heard some of the newer stuff. Let me actually just take a look.
I think the
Let's
last one I
see.
heard was "What Should Not Be Unearthed."
Where the fuck is that? Oh hell no, I didn't
2015.
go this far. I didn't listen to that stuff. I didn't listen to that stuff. It's too
Hell
far.
no.
The last
I
one I listened to was Ithyphallic. Like when Fred said the gods detest, I was like, what the fuck album is he even talking about?
Oh wow! All right.
No, the last one I listened to was Ithyphallic. I remember when that was new. I remember when that came out.
Yeah.
Kind of
No,
crazy.
but like when I heard "What Should Not Be Unearthed," I was like, it felt more brutal and technical, but it felt like it lost something. Like the
Paul, you never listened to this, did you?
No, not. I think I just went up to the Valak too.
Yeah, I stopped at Ithyphallic.
Well, check out Those Who the Gods Detest, because I really like that one.
Okay.
I think sometime after that, I don't know about At the Gate of Sethu. I don't know if I've really spent any time with that one.
Yeah, Fred's a real Nile fan.
What should not be unearthed? Again, it went even more brutal and technical, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but kind of lost that, to me, like the Egyptian feel that they exist for. So it kind of felt a bit more generic in that sense.
Interesting. Yeah, because I mean, this is like one of the first bands you hear when you're getting into death metal. At least it was in our era. So, and Ichthyphallic was like brand new at that time, and that was like, so we're like time to move on, like more death metal, please. It's like done with Nile. I'm done with my Nile, sir. More death metal. Next fucking meal.
Yeah, mainstream death metal brothers kicked it there with the Decapitated and Nile.
Yeah, they just stayed there. They just kept kicking it there. Like, yo, Hate Eternal, Behemoth. They're like kicking it there. Then you got guys who like Decrepit Birth. Like, what?
I used to have their first 3 albums.
Who?
And-
Decrepit Birth?
Yeah.
Whoa. They only have. Well, they have.
They have
Yeah.
4
Well, they have a new one now, I guess. I didn't even know.
Yeah, no, I'm not a huge fan.
Not proud of that, huh, Fred?
No, like I went through a bit more of a, I guess, technical death metal phase.
A mainstream
And-
death metal phase.
I guess, and I picked up the first album, which had a couple cool tracks on it, and so I picked up the next 2, and then I'm like, why do I have these? Like, I don't need this, and I got rid of them, and I haven't really looked back. I think the problem with Decrepit Birth for me was the first album had deceptively cool artwork. Like
Yeah.
End Time Begins, like that sounds cool. You have Dan Seagrave artwork, all right, cool, sign me up. And then you start listening to it, and you're like, this doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, Rob's trying to show us, like, this is badass. We're like, dude, where's the soul? I don't see a Gartha in Decrepit Birth.
Yeah.
I don't see a Gartha in his eyes.
Yeah, just a dead stare technicality.
Just the dead stare, the brown-eyed dead stare. I think the closest thing I ever had to one of those type of albums was like Obscura's Cosmogenesis. I think that was the only album I ever bought that was in that style.
Yeah.
Obscura is a band I haven't really listened to at all.
Anti-Cosmic Overload, that's a good video and song, and the entire album's not great. It has like, I don't know, maybe 2-3 good songs, whatever.
Is that the Death
They have
Star?
they have like a handful of good songs, in my opinion. That's Obscura. It's like, you know, whatever.
It looks like the Death Star.
Okay, we want to go into Buried in Baptismal Robe.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right. We'll be right back. right, we're back.
Doesn't sound like they were trying to be necessarily like sharp. It sounds like everything's on time, but the way that it's executed, it sounds kind of like lazy or something. Do you guys kind of catch that where it almost doesn't it the drummer and the guitar player don't seem to care when these parts like change. They just kind of like okay, they like just
Get right
change.
into it. Yeah.
Yeah, like they do it slowly.
Yeah. I
Which
can
is
hear
usually
that.
not like normal. Like this is not spastic the way you kind of expect death metal to be.
Yeah, not a lot of like abrupt cymbal
No.
stop
No, not at
sections
all.
and stuff. It's like
No, it just kind of flows like
yeah, just like forms into the next section somehow.
yeah, it's weird. And the guitar tone like helps with that too because it's not a sharp tone, it's like a muddy tone. So you get like and then the bass is like bam bam bam
Yeah,
bam. It's like nothing's
bam,
really
bam.
yeah, nothing's really like in a hurry. They're just like taking their time. In contrast with that, it sounds like the vocalist is in a hurry. But the music isn't.
Yeah, they only had like an hour left to do vocals.
Yeah, it sounds like they did the vocals very quickly. His vocal style is weird, man. It's like it sounds like he's trying to do a Glenn Benton kind of like lyric pattern, but it doesn't sound like Glenn Benton. He sounds more like the singer fucking like Chakal or something. He sounds like
Yeah, but-
he sounds like a Brazilian fucking like thrash vocalist or something.
But I think it
I mean, I
sounds-
hear it in the way they layer the vocals on top of each other, right? That sounds very Deicide to me, but riff-wise, I think it depends on the track, but this one's still primarily shouted Morbid Angel to me.
And I really enjoy the kind of peaceful equivalent of like the Snape vocals in this sort of death metal where it's just like really deep baritone speaking voice over it.
Yeah, well,
It's
the
fucking
peaceful
sick.
thing is supposed to be like like a sad guy. This one's supposed to be like an evil guy.
Yeah.
Sad guy versus evil guy
it's
versus
like-
mysterious guy.
Yeah, it's like a guy.
There's like three distinct
It's like
tones,
a
you know.
guy reading like a eulogy, and then you got like a guy reading fucking spells or some shit.
You got it. Then you got a guy reading poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got three different guys here. You got to distinguish which guy is doing what.
Yeah, shit's fucking sick, and I think they really, really shine in their just chuggy shit. Like right at the end, again, it's just those two chugs, jug, jug.
And it doesn't do what you expect it to do. You would expect it to go wow, now, now, but it goes wow, now.
Yeah, and even like you'd be like jug, jug, like tremolo or something. No,
No,
like,
it just goes. Woo,
it's just like this lurching, like just single notes played in like such a weird, just rhythm. It's just really fucking sick.
It's pretty weird. It's pretty sick, and it's pretty weird. It's an interesting take on the Deicide Morbid Angel idea, or let's just say the Florida death metal sound,
Yeah,
where
just
this is
the
much more
American-
like
Yeah.
this is it chugs a lot, but it also kind of, like I said before, it doesn't really care about being a technical band or anything like that. It almost seems like it doesn't care about songwriting. It almost seems like it's a little bit more atmosphere based, kind of, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can get that, especially with the intro and outro tracks for this, where it's just kind of like just weird, like sound collages almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of. They don't like. It's hard to tell where things happen in these two. It's like it's maze-like, but a lot of the riffs sound very similar, so it gets kind of difficult to like parse out what comes next. It kind of doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it's weird. Like in regular maze-like riffs, bands and songs, like
You have a lot of
things-
distinct riffs.
yeah, things take a lot of like sharp right turns. Like you're coming
Yeah.
to a dead end, you make a right, or something. But here it seems like you're like phasing through the walls and shit. You're just like
Yeah.
you're just like running through it.
I feel like a mud man, just kind of like wafting around.
Yeah, it's like you're running through a maze, but just through a straight line.
Yeah, you're running
the
through a
walls.
maze. No, let's just say you're walking through a maze. You're walking through the walls.
Yeah, and you're like seeing all these things, at the left and right turns through your peripherals, but you're still, getting to the heart of it.
You're not really in a hurry. Nothing can actually hurt you. You're just kind of, you can observe.
Yeah, you're in God mode in the maze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, the
Like
middle,
a stinky ghost.
just after the middle part, there was a pretty wild freeform passage that.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, it really lets them breathe into what they're doing here. It's like one of the least structured parts that they've done so far, from what we've been listening to.
All right.
It almost felt improvised.
Okay. So, do we have a final one from Paul?
I like Crown of Thorns. That one's
Crown
a
of
fucking
Thorns,
long
okay.
one though.
Okay.
Let's get into it though.
Okay.
It's literally the next song, so we'll be right back.
Curious. So far, it's been a ride with these two songs.
Yeah.
It's kind of a crazy one.
It's almost like it's I don't know if it's quite on the level like being mystical death metal, but
It's almost.
there's something to it. But
Yeah, there is something to it.
We'll be right back. Alright, we're back from Crown of Thorns.
That must have taken some memorization at the end.
Mm-hmm.
It's like jiggly-doom, 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 jiggly-doom. And then the guy goes, wait, I can do that one thing. The bass is kind of going boom, boom. Yeah, that sounds like this took a lot of practice to get.
Yeah, I really like
I'm impressed.
the like doom sections that opened up and closed out the song right there. It was so sick, and it goes into that chuggy section where I was saying that it seems like the gears of the machine are like kind of stripped down, and they're able to play this mechanical style death metal, but in a sloppy way.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick. And there was such like huge instrumental breaks in between the verses that like went on way longer than I would think they would do. And it just broke into, I think the second time that came around, they broke into like a solo where there was like a delay on the second guitar. They had it
Yeah, there
panned
was
left
guitar
and right.
following exactly what the solo did, kind of.
Yeah,
But
with like a different tone.
yeah, a tiny bit of delay, like a microsecond late.
Yeah,
Very
it just
weird.
made it sound fucking sick. And I'll
This is
say,
nauseating. This is a nauseating death metal album.
yeah, it's like eerie. Even
It really is. This is one of the most like nauseating albums ever. It makes you like your eyes roll in the back of your head, like.
Yeah, it makes you go into necrosis.
It does. It entombs you.
And I really kind of don't like what when the drums are kind of panned in the way that it is, where it sounds like you're hearing the band from like the audience perspective rather than from the band perspective. Like the ride is on the left side and then the hi-hats on the right versus like how you would normally hear it from like the band perspective where those are switched and stuff. It just makes it sound a little bit weird on top of the already weird sound of the drums.
Yeah.
But,
I like that this track gives enough time to kind of incorporate everything that they've done so far on the album, and like kind of just brings it together into this one long. I don't like using the word epic, but for lack of a better term, it is kind of that, I guess.
Yeah, and it's a lot more like slowed down and drawn out than more of their other tracks, where those are kind of like more fast or mid-paced, especially in like the interstitial riffs. And I want to say like a lot of their interstitial riffs are like sort of weird because they're not even like really bridges to the next part. It's like, I don't know, just like strange amalgamation of sections that don't really lead into the next part in like a organic way.
No, they're almost like breaks instead
Yeah.
of bridges. It's like stop. It's almost like a stoplight. It's like stop. Wait for this to happen. Okay, now you can keep going.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But yeah, I think that this song, like all the songs that we kind of showed, just showed the variety that this record has. Like even on
They
other
show
ones,
what it do.
yeah, on other songs, they go into more different territory too. But I think that the three we picked is a good showcase for what this album and this band's capable of doing.
Yeah. And there isn't a ton more than these the three tracks we played on the album to begin with. It's only like half an hour long, and that's including the introduction and, well, it's not introduction, but it's like that second weird interlude track.
Yeah, they got like two instrumentals.
Yeah.
For fans of death metal.
Yeah, seriously, if you're looking for some, you're tired of hearing the greats, throw this on.
If you're tired of hearing the greats, hear this. It's almost as good as the greats.
I was gonna say if you're tired of hearing the greats, listen to this and you'll start running back because this is a little scary.
Yeah, this is it's too scary. It's too scary for the greats.
Yeah, nauseating and industrial, but also having like this core of like old school death metal where it's like they're basically playing thrash riffs, but just with the heavier tone and a lot of the interstitial parts and a lot of the more modern recording and production effects being implemented in these songs. It's really sick.
Plus, there's some trap shit with the vocals.
Yeah, he's just fucking doing two MC Ben verses and shit.
It's almost like that.
Yeah.
He's doing that shit.
Yeah, he's doing that shit for a while.
But he does it so well, though.
Huh?
But he does it so well, though.
Yeah.
For hip hop heads.
Yeah, I
There's
don't even
something
know
for everyone in the album.
I don't even know what verse he was doing. I was gonna try to do it, but fuck.
Just do it anyways.
Hanging my hand on a candle in a flame, though.
For fans of System of a Down.
System of a Brown.
Yeah, for fans of System of a Brown. We didn't make that up. That's a real thing. I heard Jose Mangan say it on Sirius XM.
Yeah,
He's
the
like,
Indian.
it's Indian metal bands. The tour is called System of a Brown,
God.
which is funny in a few different ways.
But got some final thoughts on there. Kind of shared mine right there.
Yeah, I shared mine as well.
I don't know. Like my final thoughts on this is kind of what I said at the beginning. Kind of an overlooked, kind of forgotten death metal album from
Definitely.
the '90s with some weird quirks to it. The
Perfect for the
and
show.
it's
And you did
Yeah.
good, Fred. This is a scary one.
Yeah, everyone's always talking about Infester.
Yeah, this is pretty scary.
About
This
Necrosis.
might be scarier than Infester. Not gonna lie, pretty scary. I cut Fred off. Is he done?
Fred, hold me.
Hold me. I'm
like,
21
it is
and I
a-
drink a beer.
And I drink in my car.
Wrong again. I drink in my car.
But it is a scary album. It's like it feels very cold and detached, and the higher notes that you mentioned do give this album like tension and stress that that kind of puts you on edge. It's almost dissonant in that sense. So it leaves you with an uneasy feeling, and it's I mean that weird ass artwork on the cover doesn't help either. But it's a good package.
Yeah,
It's short. It's worth listening to. You're not gonna regret the time you spend listening to it.
Yeah, it's almost like a rogue AI went to more like barbaric, primitive ways and shit. Kind of like how Cybok is trying to embrace his more savage Vulcan ways.
It's so minimalist, but it's so weird too. It's yeah, I don't know who they got to put that together, but it's just bizarre.
Yeah, great little find for the show.
There you go.